Wendy, man. The Wendy Williams Experience.
And now we're pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What your ears are about to witness, the greatest queen of all time. Okay, party people in the house.
Turn it up, yo. Turn it up. This is it. Allow me to reintroduce this representing
from west to east.
Just better get it right. Y'all know the name. Wendy Williams. Been in this game for a while. I hate to brag, but
Ain't nobody
it is phenomenal.
like the queen
Right here.
who the world is this with so much drama.
From yo block to yo block, heard of the number one female. Been doing this for years.
every barbershop. Beauty salon.
Who the world is this with so much
Again and again.
Wendy Williams.
Bringing your name up. A lot of you haters scared to death.
She at it again.
Wendy Williams.
She in it to win.
Wendy Williams.
She back and she staying.
Wendy Williams.
The ain't playing. I like to present you the winner of the Game Shoes of the Year award.
Once again.
Introducing the queen.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Wendy Williams Experience. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. Can you tell? Energy up. Drama even upper. I'm glad you're here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and distinction that I introduce to you the queen of all media.
Hey, everybody. It's the Wendy Williams Experience. Has anybody checked on Whitney Houston today? How is she doing? How is Bobby doing? How is the new edition doing? Now, there was a cuckoo that was late.
That was for Bobby.
Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Advice Hour is coming up next hour, and I'm definitely going to be going to the phones, and I want to hear what you all have to talk about. By the way, there's something going around amongst we wags that Joe Simpson, Jessica, and Ashley's father is spreading nasty rumors about Lindsay Lohan. In an effort, I guess, for his daughter's light to shine brighter. Now, it could be a family plot. Like maybe the two girls know exactly what the father's doing. It sounds too catty to come from them directly. But they're saying that Joe is bombarding tabloids with negative stories about Lindsay Lohan. And here's a quote from, the WAG section of things. Actually, my girl Janet Walls. This is what Janet says. In recent days, details about the feud has appeared in numerous outlets, including In Touch, Us Weekly, The Star, Life and Style. Joe called our head office himself and ranted and raved about it, a top editor at one of the weeklies said. It was obvious that he wanted to paint Lindsay as a bleep. I would imagine that bleep is bitch. It was, he couldn't believe anyone who dared ban Jessica from any parties because, as he said, she's a huge superstar. Joe will do anything to make sure she's in the papers every week, and he knows Lindsay is an easy target. Now, I don't know whether you all heard about it or not, and I briefly zhuzhed over it here on the show, but apparently Lindsay Lohan gave a party. The Simpson girls showed up. Lindsay was like, anybody with the last name Simpson is not allowed in my party. And the Simpson girls were very offended. They ended up getting into the party. Lindsay and Jessica had some sort of pushing, shoving altercation. And Well, it's also no secret that Ashley Simpson and Lindsay Lohan both had the hots at one point or another for the same man. That's Wilmer Valderrama, who wasn't even on my radar until he started messing around with Lindsay Lohan. And then it's odd because, men who aren't on our radar. Now I look at Wilmer and I say, well, no, I don't watch that 70s show, but he is hot, man. He is hot. It's kind of like Ben Affleck. I never looked at Ben until Jen was with him. And then during the Jen times, I'm looking at Ben like, well, he is hot. He looks good in a dark suit with his hair slicked like Superman. He looked good in the J-Lo video. He looks good. But now he's going back to just being just plain old corny Ben from Boston. I hear he's getting cold feet, by the way. Like the baby is fine, but that marriage thing, he's getting cold feet regarding that. I don't know how true that is because, based on his upbringing and all that he says, there wouldn't be baby before there was marriage, or there wouldn't be baby without the benefit of marriage or whatever. But I guess only time will tell. And then again, does anybody care? Then Jennifer Garner's show. Have you ever seen that show, Alias? Apparently, her ex is on that show. But she's trying to get him fired, and I don't think she has to try hard. I mean, it's her show. She might not produce it, and she might not own the show, but, she's the star of the show. What the star wants, the star gets. That show has been on long enough, even though I've never watched it once, but it's been on for enough seasons now that if she wants her ex-husband out, he's out. And that's the way that goes. Truth be told, many moons ago, that little mistake that I made, the dum 5 months and, it was over. And we were coworkers. I have to tell you something. I think I told you in my book, in my first book, that my chieftains, my radio crime bosses came to me. They were like, can you tolerate working under the same roof? Because at that point, like I was doing it back then, just not to the way I'm doing it now, to the magnitude, but I was doing it back then. I was bringing, and so they came to me like if I was the Jennifer Garner role, and they said, look, because there was a lot of nasty talk coming out of his face regarding me to the coworkers, and it was just like it was disgusting. But and as venomous as I felt, I said, you know what? I've seen that W2. Let him breathe. Let him breathe. I don't have to come in until my show is about to begin, and I come into my little room with the microphone. I don't have to be privy to all of that out there, and eventually everything is going to come to light anyway. And I believe that, and so it has, and it does, and that's that. But I just couldn't let it rest on my conscience where I had the opportunity and hell no, exactly, get rid of him. This station's not big enough for both of us or whatever. But with acting, it's a whole different thing. She's not in a room by herself or with a chosen few people like we are right now. Everybody in this room right now is hand selected. Except for Joe from CNN who was getting B-roll. Hi, Joe. I just did something for CNN. Joe was in here getting the B-roll. I was talking about Whitney. And what else did I talk about for CNN? Just, like pop culture stuff, Whitney, and, of course, my CD. Gotta fit that in. If I don't, who will? Anyway. Oh, boy. People aren't talking Michael Jackson anymore. I'm kind of glad about that. We're moving on to other things, which is, cool beans with me. Did I tell you guys that Mariah Carey's going to be singing at the BET Awards? This BET Awards is going to be really great. Will and Jada, doing it. I loved on the movie awards on MTV where they made everything black and white and only she was in red. And she held her composure and did her song and, She looks huge when she's on TV. Just like, not huge in a fat way, but just huge, like big man arms, big football player neck.
Yeah.
Mariah.
Jada Pinkett. No.
Oh no, Jada always looks small because she's always standing next to other people. Oh yeah, she's a little stocky, like a little like a scrappy boy or something like that. Yeah, Jada. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's not that much meat on that body, but I'm talking about Mariah. And she's not. I mean, you can tell Mariah has gained some weight from the last. Oh damn, I'm getting the 10, 9, 8, 7 wrap up. Okay, perhaps we'll get back to that. But the phone lines are open for Advice Hour. 866 get Wendy.
Wendy, man.
My boss came into my office and he basically brushed up against me with his penis.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know how should I handle that situation?
The Wendy Williams Experience. Everybody needs some.
Should I leave? Like, is that selfish to my son?
Come get some.
Let me tell you, Wendy, it's really a trouble with a dude.
Advice Hour.
I'm having a problem with my fiance and his family.
I was in a relationship with this girl for like 18 months. She told me the relationship meant nothing.
Always drama.
Call Wendy right now. 1-866-GET-WENDY. Fax Wendy at 866-WENDY-FAX.
Wendy, can you give me advice on plastic surgery?
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. It's Advice Hour here on the Wendy Williams Experience, and I have the results to yesterday's poll question from the WendyWilliamsExperience.com. And the question is about you ladies. Do you remove hair from your legs and underarms? The reason that I use the word remove is because if I said, do you shave, then, you'd get me on a technicality and be like, no, I wax, or, I thread, or, do you remove? Thank God. 93% of women said yes, and 7% of women said no. So, I mean, I'm glad. That natural thing is so funky. Anyway, but it is Advice Hour, and I want you to know that, that young girl yesterday, Monique, who faxed in the young 19-year-old girl, and she sounded so idealistic when she was talking about, there was a woman who had faxed in yesterday and said that she had, or called in, she said she had been with she's with this married man for like 4 months, and he'd been chasing her for 3 years, and they're finally together. Now he wants to leave his wife for her. So this person right here, his name is Nikki, and Nikki said, Wendy, I too am a woman of a certain age, because my thing was, when you've lived a little, you're not so idealistic about relationships and so on and so forth. And, I was a little tongue-in-cheek regarding young Monique's faxes. So Nikki says, Wendy, I too am a woman of a certain age, and I feel like Miss 19-year-old Monique. Yes, I've been with my husband for 7 years. We have 2 beautiful daughters, own our own home, a wonderful job, and I have a degree. I have yet to be with someone else's man, and I feel like I have lived and am still living. I have yet to have a one-night stand, casual sex partner, and simply had, excuse me, I have had a one-night stands, casual sex partners, and had lots of fun in my days. I don't think Monique is just young to feel that way, because not all women of a certain age have been with someone else's man. Some of us are able to have fun without the expense of someone else. Thank you so much, Nikki, for that response. And shout out to young Monique. Monique, I know we gave you a hard time yesterday, girl. Thanks so much for being a part of the experience. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, it's Wendy.
Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Welcome to Advice Hour.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's the sitch?
Okay, I've been with my man for a little over 4 years. And I made him a whole world. Like, he's my baby, my daddy, my husband, my best friend, my lover, my everything. And just recently, I feel that he stole 2 of my rings. And I've been with this man for 4 years. Now, the thing, Wendy, is I got no proof. I got no evidence, no eyewitness, or nothing. But there's no other probabilities or possibilities. My rings don't just have wings where they could fly away, or legs where they could just up and walk. You know what I mean?
And what do you think he did with the rings? Pawned them or gave them to maybe another girl?
I don't think he gave them to another girl. I don't think he pawned them, because I don't think it was something where he's going to profit off of me monetarily, or to benefit financially. We were about to break up over some stupid And I think it was like out of spite. Like, you could be in a relationship and want to do the world for that person, but if you think it's over, you could be real spiteful.
Yes.
And I think that's why he did it.
Okay. So what's your question to me?
What should I do? If I got no proof, no evidence that this cat actually stole my rings,
well,
but I feel strongly that he did, and there's no other possible way where they could have just disappeared.
So what do you want? What do you want to do? You want to break up? Do you have children with him?
No, we have no kids.
Okay, you live together.
We live together.
Do you want to break up?
I feel like the trust is like, that bond is like not there, because I feel I don't trust this man no more. But then again, I got no proof that he actually took the ring.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
And you're absolutely single. You have no children.
No kids.
I mean, I would advise you to confront him with it.
I have.
Okay, and what has he said?
And instead of saying, well, maybe you misplaced them, or maybe check in a pants pocket or in your purse, or, you know,
He went crazy.
Automatically he started placing blame on other people and said maybe this one did it, maybe that, like really defensive, like he was guilty.
I don't even know the man. He sounds guilty to me.
Yeah, man.
So maybe it's time to say goodbye to the 4 years. You still looking good?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not like you can't get another man.
That's true.
All right. I wish you well in your single life.
All right, girl. Thank you, Wendy.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Hello. Hi, it's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
I have a huge problem. I've been married. Well, I'm 35. I've been married for 15 years. Been together with her for 19 years. Now I'm finding out that she has no feelings at all for me, and she says she don't know how to get it back. And I really don't want to lose her. I believe she's with someone else.
Married for 15, together for 19, and you're both 35 years old. So you've been together all of your lives.
Exactly.
Either of you having feelings for somebody else wouldn't be a surprise.
She does.
Well, but you want to know what? She never had a chance to be her own woman. She's known you since she was a child. She's been in a relationship with you. How many children do you have?
One.
Have you ever stepped out on her?
No.
Do you want to stay married?
Yes, and I think this is the first time she did, because I wasn't emotionally and maybe sexually there for her.
Okay. So it's
for the last maybe couple years.
Do you believe in therapy?
Yes.
So why don't you...
We did it once.
Okay.
5 years ago, and it's back to the same thing, and now she says she doesn't have the patience to do it again. She don't have the thrive to do it again.
So you need to have an honest conversation with her about what you need to do.
I did. I said either divorce or work it out, and she refuses the divorce. It's like she's beating around the bush.
She's probably scared. She's never been her own woman. She's never lived alone. She's never paid a bill by herself. She's never gone to the bank without your guidance. She's never done anything by herself. The world can be a scary place.
I mean, is it worth sticking around?
Do you sense that she wants a divorce, but she's scared to say it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I think she wants me to do it. You know, so I'm pretty much sort of the bad guy.
You still love your wife enough to fight it out?
Yes, I do. Deeply.
So you need to find out how you can recapture what it is that originally turned you all onto each other.
I'm calling you for.
Unfortunately, when you all were originally turned on, you were on swings, and she was in knee socks, and you can't go back to that.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, is she sexy to you?
Yes, definitely. Maybe more now that I think she's with someone else.
It's time for you to plan a vacation.
Right.
There's nothing like vacation sex and vacation conversation to recapture the magic of a relationship.
Right.
So I would suggest going someplace, and I'm not talking someplace where there's no beach. I'm talking, you know, if it's in the budget, take her to Miami or take her to Aruba or something like that, and surprise her with the tickets, surprise her with the whole thing. I think she would love it that you went through the thought. And then all those conversations that you all have there, those conversations will lay the groundwork, hopefully, for the next 15 years of your relationship.
Right.
Marriage is not easy. It's especially hard when you're not coming together in the marriage as whole people. Right. Neither one of you were whole. You were children.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
So I wish you well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. I'll take one more. Hello. Hi, it's Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hey.
How are you today?
All right.
Good. I'm listening to you, girl, but I have I have a piece of something that you might be able to help me with.
Okay.
I have a son. He's 14, and his daddy never ever bought him so much as a diaper.
Okay.
And now, all of a sudden, he's playing like he wants to be a part of our lives, even though he has a daughter. I don't really want him, but maybe perhaps for the sake of my son. My son's graduation is coming, and I really want him to be there just for the sake of my son. But I don't know. He says he's coming, but either way, I want to know, my bottom line is it really enough is enough? Is it time for child support?
Well, there hasn't been any child support all along?
No, girl, I'm doing it by myself. I put myself through school, got my little BS associate's degree.
Okay.
All of that by myself.
In terms of child support, I would definitely go for child support, not just what you need today, but what has been owed to you in the past. In terms of a 14-year-old boy, no time like 14, no more time does he need a man to help raise him.
Exactly.
I would not get your son's hopes up by telling him daddy's going to be at graduation, but if he's there, acknowledge that, embrace that, and just, get your child support. But that boy needs something that money can't buy, and that is the love, and he needs to be taught how to be a piece of a man anyway from his father, because we as women can't show a boy how to be a man.
Exactly.
So I'm with you on that.
I'm just like, frustrated because my son has a sister by his father, and he loves this little girl to death.
Okay.
He's ready to fight for her, but he was in Florida, and, I want them to grow up as brother and sister, loving each other.
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time, and you sound like a reasonable woman. I'm sure you can make this work. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. Dear Wendy, love listening to the radio show. You're so crazy. All right. Well, last week, Wendy, my ex-boyfriend called my cell phone at 1:15 in the morning. Now, my current lover answered the phone because I was asleep trying to get some rest before work. I heard my lover becoming irate on the phone, so I immediately woke up. He was arguing with my ex, which is quite understandable, but it was an emergency. Wendy, what do you say to encourage your ex who just found out that he's HIV positive? The doctor said his T-cell count is so good that he doesn't even have to take medication. But in the back of his head, I feel like he has almost counted himself out of the race. His question to me was, what do I do now? And my answer to him was, live life to the fullest. What's your answer, Wendy? My answer is the same as you, live life to the fullest. And the fax goes on to say, my new lover, Eddie, was really upset and probably will be upset because I talk and will continue to talk to my ex because I've been his support system since 2001, 2002 when he tried to commit suicide. What do I do in my relationship? Should Eddie accept it or not? Should he be understanding? Signed, Norman. Norman, you called Eddie a lover, not a boyfriend. A lover is dispensable like a tampon. Eddie needs to hit the door, and I applaud you for being supportive of your ex. However, don't forget to think about your life as well. In terms of, people live with AIDS now indefinitely. Or excuse me, because he has HIV. He doesn't even have to take the meds yet. They live indefinitely. So what are you going to do? Are you going to put your entire life on hold, expecting each and every lover that you have to understand that, you want to be there for Eddie? If I were you, that's what I would do. However, I would change one thing in the script. I wouldn't tell people that Eddie is my ex-lover, or that who's the one with the HIV? Oh, I'm sorry. That the HIV friend is your ex-lover, because that's too many romantic you can understand. It's easier to say, I want to be here for him, he has HIV, this is my boy, than to say, I want to be here for him, he's my ex, and that's that. So I would do a little fudging and rejudging of the story and get rid of Eddie. He's insensitive.
I'm constantly sleeping with my baby's daddy. He is engaged to get married to someone else. Should I give it all up and say, well, I tried to have a relationship here?
You can't have a relationship. He's engaged to somebody else. He's about to get married. Really, I just can't take it.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Hey, everybody, it's me, Wendy Williams, and I'm here to extol the virtues of LA weight loss. Spring has sprung, and it is time to take it off. And can I just say thank you, LA Weight Loss? Thank you so much for giving me confidence. I can't say that enough. You know, I lost over 15 pounds on the LA Weight Loss program, and might I add, that was 1 year ago, and I am still balancing food and my weight loss and doing a pretty damn good job as far as I can say, because I've been on other weight loss programs and I've gained the weight back. Oh, it's crept back, but it's been back. The thing about LA Weight Loss is it's not pills and hocus pocus. It's a weight loss program that will give you the tools that you need to keep the weight off for a lifetime. It's not a temporary fix. It's a lifelong fix to your waistline problems. I'll give you the telephone number and then I'll tell you a little bit more about LA Weight Loss. 1-800-448-TRIM, 1-800-448-TRIM. Now, you know that you need your vegetables and you know that you need your fruit. But do you know that on LA Weight Loss you can actually enjoy a baked potato? Oh, as long as it's small. But the point is that you can enjoy one. Do you know on LA Weight Loss you can enjoy eating at some of your favorite restaurants? Yes. And do you know that on LA Weight Loss the food is not prepackaged? It's real food that you purchase in the grocery store. And before you know it, you're losing weight. And it's not unusual to lose 7 pounds in the first week. Trust me, I know. I think I dropped 4 in the first week. And, it's just amazing. 1-800-448-TRIM. You've tried the rest. Now try the best. It's LA Weight Loss. 1-800-448-TRIM. Hi, everybody. All right. Oh, just my headphones are a little illmatic right now. Shout out to Nas. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, it's still Advice Hour here on the Wendy Williams Experience. However, coming up on this show, we still have to get to the bottom of Anita Baker getting gangsta. Kelly Rollins finally speaks out again about her love life. The legendary Esther Roll's grave is a mess. 50 Cent is pursuing Lindsay, and Shine lost his appeal for a new trial. So that and more we will be talking about as the show continues. Plus, coming up next hour for the Hour of Truth, that's where I like to entertain my guest, Ashy Larry, will be coming on the show, a.k.a. Donald Rollins. He'll be coming on the show. We'll be talking a bit about Dave Chappelle and all that stuff. Plus, in New York, he's going to be telling jokes at Caroline's Comedy Club. So, always nice to talk to the comedians, Ashy Larry in particular, today. Dear Wendy, there's someone in my life that I care about an awful lot. Damn near love him. Dare I say it, Wendy? I've wanted him for a few years, gave up in 2001. He landed in my lap, literally, if you get me. He does anything for me and absolutely adores my 4-year-old daughter, which alone makes me want him more than I can express. You see, her dad is a bum, so it really means a lot to me. He is so great to her, not to mention that he generally makes me smile, which helps. The sex is so good. He makes me wet with a whisper. But, Wendy, and there's always a but, he's a certified whore. He has these chicks, one he lives with from time to time, and I don't know what to do. You see, I know about them, but they have no idea about me and each other for that matter. Wendy, I know I need to get the hell out, but I can't. I care a lot about him, and I understand why he does the things that he does. His mom openly cheated on his dad, and that's been all of his 25 years of life. Oh, good psychological analysis. Wendy, am I wrong for thinking that I can love a man like this and for accepting his behavior? He really makes me feel pretty. He makes me feel smart. He has brought me out of the hole with my daughter's dad put us in. Wendy, she keeps calling me Wen, by the way. I just keep saying Wendy. Wen, W-E-N, that's familiarity. That's friend in my headishness. I love that. Wen, he has so many goods and does so much good for me that I feel that the time being, I feel that sometimes I can't live without him. All right, let me get down to the bottom. Wendy, am I hopeless in whatever? I don't know what type of advice I'm looking for. Maybe just reassurance that I can take life and make it work on no matter what, as long as I'm happy, right? Wendy, help a little sister out. Well, I can tell you this, young lady. To be 23 with a 4-year-old and thinking that this man is the end of this man is the end of your romantic life, you are selling yourself short. Your father sold himself short with your mother's behavior, his mother sold herself. His father sold himself short. His mother was the one running around for all 25 years of his life, and his father just put up with it. Doesn't mean you have to put up with it. Doesn't mean you have to get dragged into somebody's way of life. Now, I will say this. It takes all kinds of people to make happy relationships. Happy relationships don't necessarily mean a ring, 2.5 kids, a dog, and a white picket fence. Happy relationships don't necessarily mean the man makes more money than the woman, or the man is taller than the woman. Or, I mean, there are all kinds of relationships out here. But I say to you, you are selling out to strangeness in relationships way too young. Way too young. I'm not saying that down the road things like this don't happen, but at 23, honey, listen, you've been forced to grow up way too fast because you had your daughter when you were 19, and now you're looking at this man as, you said, you care for him an awful lot, damn near in love. He's probably giving you the security blank of the finances that your bum baby's father didn't give. And the idea of you sitting around while he's a whore, you called him a certified whore, and you're going to sit around and put up with that? This is what you want your daughter to see? Look, the types of men you surround yourself around are going to eventually spill into how your daughter chooses men also. Do you want your daughter to see her mother putting up with something like this so that your daughter can go on and... I say all that to say, hell no, bail. Get a second job if your baby's father is a bum and you need more money. Take him to court. Do what you need to do. Other than put all your eggs in a whore's basket? Are you out of your mind? No way. No way. Little sister, no way. You can do better. No. Not to mention the STD and the AIDS and God only knows. No. You are better than this. It's time for you to start believing it. Absolutely not. I don't quite have enough time to get into another advice facts. So I'll use this moment to let you know in 30 seconds or less that the Bodylicious Cruise 2005 is most definitely on. We are sailing from Miami. We're going to the Bahamas aboard Royal Caribbean. This is the second year that this cruise has been done. It's hosted by me. Here's the date, November 4th through November 7th. Jadakiss is confirmed. Will be on the boat. Mario Winans will be on the boat. The Wendy Williams Comedy Experience band of comedians will be on the boat. The best DJs will be on the boat. 24-hour food service will be on the boat. Gambling will be on the boat. Parasailing, jet skiing, all kind of drop it like it's hot parties. Honey, we have grown fun. Do not bring children on this boat. Okay? Let's go on a vacation together. Come on. Don't be scared about, the cellulite in a bathing suit. Me too, okay? We have fun. It's the Bodylicious Cruise. November 4th through November 7th. Call 877-878-3262 to reserve your space now, or go to bodyliciouscruise.com for more information, and I'll see you aboard the boat. Now, what did that sign say?
30 seconds.
Oh, well, doggone it. I was about to go into Kelly Rowland's. Since apparently Roy Williams isn't anymore. That was a little joke. Yeah. It was a little jokey joke, but no, I was tying it into the real story. However, Ashley Larry's coming in next, so keep it here, everybody.
It's Wendy, man.
Me and my wife have been married for 15 years. They threatened to leave.
What did you do?
Had a problem with drugs.
You got the drug voice.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Just asking, what's your drug of choice?
You name it.
Coke?
Yeah.
Weed?
Yeah.
Crack?
Yeah.
Heroin?
Yeah.
E-pills?
Yeah.
Whippets?
Alcohol.
Gorilla?
Yeah.
PCP?
Yeah.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Wow.